his legal guardian Lima, while the last person that was in her care died.
Whoa!
Also, you will be very lost if you didn't watch my most recent video about Lima and Amanda.
Oh! I gotta go watch the other video. Alright, here we go. Oh, look at that. Just came up in my recommended, baby. But we gotta go watch Lima's video, and then we gotta come back and watch this video. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's get it. TC.
Live a life of abuse, addiction, and suffering, or pass away young, sober, and with your dignity. What would you choose? Unfortunately for Amanda Rabb, she didn't have a choice.
Who's Amanda Rabb?
Her choice was taken away from her by Lima Jevremovic, who owns a company that claims to have proprietary cutting-edge technology that will solve the homelessness crisis, that will prevent relapses and overdoses forever. But she needed an experiment, someone that was broken, mentally ill, addicted, shunned from society, someone who could disappear and nobody would notice. This is Amanda, a young woman who fell victim to the dangerous life of prostitution and addiction. Amanda knew her life was spiraling. What she didn't know was that the treacherous lifestyle on the streets of Skid Row wouldn't take her out. Her demise would come from the experiment.
Bro, have you never been to LA, like Cali in general? Have you never been to Cali, like big cities in Cali, San Francisco, LA, San Diego, all these big cities, you know? Man, sad. That homeless shit is real sad, bro. Shit is real. So bad. It's so bad.
Experiments of Lima Jevremovic. Trust me, you're gonna need some water for this one.
Oh, yep, I got my water.
Also, I have to mention that this is all speculation. I found all of this information online. I don't know anything about the legal system. I don't know anything about anything. I'm just simply a guy in his bedroom.
Interesting ass videos.
Amanda's mother was absent for most of her life. When she was 3 years old, her parents split and her father Larry won custody of her in court. Growing up in Los Angeles, California, Amanda was your typical Cali teen. She hated visiting her mother's side of the family, which she claims to be a big source of her childhood trauma and mental abuse. In 2017, she got accepted to Cal State Northridge and was pursuing a creative writing degree. Amanda got mixed in with the wrong crowd and began smoking weed and skipping classes. After just 2 years, she dropped out and moved in with her boyfriend. Creating bad habits and missing the structure of school, Amanda had a lot of free time. She experimented with meth and Primo cigarettes, which are marijuana laced with...
She was doing Primos? Right here, Primos really be fucking you up, bro. They'll really fuck you up.
Crack. The drug use triggered symptoms of a serious mental health disorder.
She put crack on her shit? That's crazy. Nah.
A breakup with her boyfriend made things even worse. She had to move back in with her father. Larry was concerned with her health and brought her to a doctor, who diagnosed her with schizophrenia and prescribed her medication. Amanda would leave the house and go missing for days, sometimes weeks at a time, just looking for her next fix. Her habits led her to exclusively living on the streets of Skid Row without a home. If you don't know, Skid Row is a 4-square-mile town in Los Angeles where approximately 9,000 to 15,000 homeless people live on the streets, intense and lacking basic human resources. The area attracts victims of addiction, mental illness, prostitution, and extreme poverty. She was suffering a full-on addiction to smoking crack, which forced her to turn to walking the streets, selling her body to keep up with the cost of her habit. Her father would take the bus to Skid Row and try to find her, to give her clothes, money, and food. One day, after sitting next to a woman for 15 minutes on the bus, Larry realized it was Amanda. He didn't even recognize his own daughter while sitting next to her. She didn't care to see her father. All she wanted to do was go get high.
Wow, how sad is that, bro? How fucking sad is that? Wow. Bro, that's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking. Jesus Christ, that's heartbreaking, bro. Yo, what's up, Jones? Welcome to the stream, but that is so heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
They went to a sketchy trap house where Larry waited outside for 30 minutes while she did her thing. He bought her clothes and went home without her. This was Amanda's lifestyle for 2 years. Most of you are probably wondering why he would
sad.
essentially let his daughter spiral out of control. On numerous occasions, Larry would try to get her to rehabs or medical facilities.
Wow,
Amanda
look at-
did
is that
everything
her?
she could to escape, sometimes even
Jesus.
jumping out of the car while he was driving.
Yo,
At some
this
point,
is how
it
sad
becomes
your own dad
basically
does-
impossible
own
for
parent
one
doesn't
man to keep
recognize
up
you.
with Amanda's unpredictability.
But she didn't want to
the
go
only
back
reason
home.
we
She
know about
didn't
Amanda's
want
story
She didn't
is
want to
because
help.
of this video posted by Soft White Underbelly.
I do crack.
Soft White Underbelly. If you never seen that YouTube channel page, we could watch it after this. Great fucking page, but it's a sad page. Every time I watch a video, it's just like, I don't know, it just shows the reality of like life. You feel me? Life ain't sweet, bro. This shit is fucked up. These people that like speak their stories, I'm like, god damn. But
We know about Amanda's story is because of this video posted by Soft White Underbelly.
I do crack.
crack.
Yeah.
She's a crack addict.
Crack is an expensive drug to keep up.
Soft White Underbelly is a YouTube channel with over 3 million subscribers owned by Mark Laeta. Mark
Yeah,
will
Mark,
walk the
you
streets
told
of
you.
Skid
It's
Row
Mark.
and pay people up to $100 to tell their stories on camera. Obviously desperate for money.
Sad page.
A lot of them
Sad
accept.
page.
Didn't feel
Sad
comfortable with
page.
that, so I wanted
Sad
to do
page.
something that mattered more in the world.
Mark interviews
Shows the
individuals on the
reality of
fringes of
this world.
society that are pushed to the side, from
So-
addicts to sex workers to gang members and literally everything in between.
Yep.
After he interviews them, he tries to get help for these people, check up on them, buy them food, and give them resources. These series have helped me move from a place of judgment to one of empathy and sorrow.
Bro.
Thank you for helping me grow.
Bro, I'm so glad I'm so glad. If you, bro, this comment, like, literally, is the perfect fucking comment for anybody that's ever judged somebody, a homeless person, somebody that's tattooed all over their body, anything, disform, anything, like, just any wild shit that you see out, and you know how you judge people, because that's the human thing. We just judge. And people be like, I don't judge people. Everybody judges somebody. You know what I mean? This is the perfect fucking comment for that, bro. Because once you watch these videos, it just changes the way you think. It changes like the way you see a different perspective. You know what I mean? You realize like, damn, this person is only doing crack because they were fucking sexually abused by their whole fucking family, by 20 fucking men in their family. You know what I mean? This person is fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, and then it's just like, you're just like, damn, you know? And then so it just creates sorrow and shit, you know what I mean? You just get sad and then you just start thinking like, damn, you know? I remember when I judged this person, I was like, you just start, I don't know, man. Perfect fucking comment. This is the best comment to summarize Soft White Underbelly.
Amanda's interview became one of Mark's most popular videos. Despite her sad story, she was funny, intelligent, and lovable. Viewers became invested in her life and were rooting for her redemption. Mark was incentivized by his audience to keep interviewing Amanda because his viewers developed a relationship with her. But when Mark uploaded her second interview 3 months later, fans were shocked at what they saw.
So
Tell me about your family. You grew up with both your parents.
Jesus.
I grew up with my auntie and uncle.
Jesus,
They
that's
took
her
me in
second
'cause
video.
I lived with my dad.
Jesus, oh my gosh. Look at this. This is from the first video to the second video. Look at the change. Look at the change, man. Just look at the change. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Jesus, man. That's her right there. Look. She kind of looks healthy still. She still looks healthy. Still looks like the crack hasn't really hit, you know? She still got her teeth. You know what I mean? You could tell, like, she still got her teeth. She still looks perfectly healthy here. Looks like she just started, you know what I mean? Like, she just got into it, you know? Now, we're going to see her transformation now. Let's see, you know? Now, let's see her second video. Here we go. This is her first video on Soft White Underbelly. Looks healthy still. She looks healthy still.
Shocked at what they saw.
Only 4 months later. 4 months later.
I grew up with my auntie and uncle.
Jesus.
They took me in because I lived with my dad. He turned out to be a molester.
Jesus.
So his wife left him. So
Wow. Okay, so we found the root. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. First of all, just look at the change, man. Lost all her teeth. Somebody beat the shit out of her. Obviously, she had trauma. And the trauma comes because her dad was a molester. That's where the trauma comes from, you know what I mean? You're a little kid, your dad's a molester. Think about it, her dad's a molester. Crazy, man. Crazy how trauma really affects your life. That's why, you know?
In downtown LA, as a prostitute, and I'm a crackhead.
Amanda's reality was scarier than a Netflix documentary. The fans felt for her. They became increasingly invested in her life and pushing Mark to help her. In Amanda's first couple of interviews, she describes her father as abusive and accuses him of much worse.
I stayed with my father, but he turned out to be a molester, so I just walked the streets day and night.
The audience thinks that Amanda's father is a bad guy who caused this pain. Mark probably assumes the same, but he reached out anyways. In the beginning of her third interview, he put this message on screen. Amanda's family and I are trying to find a way to get her.
There's no way this is the same person, bro. There's no way this is the same person. Wow. Wow, what drugs can do.
Into a rehab, but we can't legally force her to go. Amanda wants to stay on the street.
I didn't know he was
and
gonna
smoke
beat her,
crack.
my bad.
We have been able to get her the schizophrenia medication she used to take. We are still looking for a miracle for Amanda. A mutual relationship would form between Larry and Mark with the goal of assisting Amanda the best they could.
Yo,
Your
what's
dad
up,
might
man?
give you money to avoid
Okay, she looks a little better.
things
Okay,
for
she looks a
your
little
addiction
better.
that you're not gonna.
She looks a little
You're gonna
better
do whatever
in
it
this
takes to
video.
get your money for crack.
So
Larry
that's a
began
fun
looking
video.
into a conservatorship to take more control of his daughter's life and change it for the better. A conservatorship is a way for someone to assume legal guardianship over an adult. In order for a judge to grant a conservatorship, it needs to be proven in court that the person in question is incapable of making decisions on their own behalf. While Larry was doing everything he could to save his daughter, things got much worse. Amanda beat her father with a pipe. We don't know why. We don't know where they.
What? This just took a turn of events. She beat the shit out of her This is crazy, bro. This is a roller coaster. 6 minutes into the video, and this is a roller coaster. She went from growing up in a family. Obviously, her parents divorced. She was doing good. She got into the bad crowd in college. She was a great student. Within 2 years into college, she drops out. She becomes a crackhead. She becomes a prostitute. Her father's trying to help her. She accuses her father molestation and all this, abusive, and now she beats her father with a pipe. This is the timeline, everybody.
Have Amanda arrested so they could secure a conservatorship, but Larry wouldn't be Amanda's conservator. That power would be given to Lima. Lima Jevremovic is the owner and founder of Aura, which is a digital mental health services company. They apparently have proprietary cutting-edge technology that will predict and reduce relapse, self-delete, harm to oneself, or others.
Never heard of
They
this.
basically approach mental therapy like physical therapy, trying to use data and vital information about the body and brain to diagnose mental issues. White Underbelly partnered with Aura to announce a scholarship program on August 1st, 2020. This program will select a candidate that has appeared on SWU and give them long-term mental health rehabilitation that will cost an estimated $250,000.
So the cost of real treatment would be about, and this is very low, right?
Bro, who's paying
Would be about
$250,000
for a year for somebody.
The program also includes an extended residency at a rehabilitation facility and a sober living house, along with Lima assisting the candidate in obtaining proper health insurance. Mark and Lima set up a GoFundMe, asking their followers to donate to the cause. At this point, everything was all good. This seemed like a positive and genuine initiative. Lucky for Amanda, Mark and Lima see her as the perfect candidate to be the poster child for Aura. With paperwork in hand, Lima appears at Amanda's court date and convinces the judge and Amanda to agree to a court-ordered 1-year-long rehabilitation treatment at a facility. If Amanda does not complete her treatment, she will be sentenced to 3 years in jail. Obviously, there wasn't much of a choice for Amanda. She wouldn't have even been in this position if...
Look how skinny she is, bro. I think this is the last video of her journey yeah, she goes to jail for 3 years. But look how skinny she is. She was a thick girl, like in the beginning of the video. You know what I mean? She was a thick, like, this is her. This is her now. Look, this is not the same person. This is not the same person. This is not the same person in that first video. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Mark and Lima had not instructed Larry to have her arrested after the pipe incident. Then again, if someone beats me with a pipe, I'm probably calling the cops. Also, most addicts are not ready to accept help, so they reject it. Some people even think this whole situation is entirely made up. But regardless, Lima now has complete control over Amanda for the next year of her life.
Wow.
So you chose Amanda.
Yes, I chose Amanda.
Which I think is very brave of you.
That's
Thank
her.
you. And
That's her
I
first
chose
video.
Amanda with you specifically because you and I both discussed this. And not only does Amanda have a lot of people praying for her and a lot of people that really want to see her get better.
Mark and Lima changed the GoFundMe to show that Amanda was chosen, and Aura resources will be used for her journey and rehabilitation. Amanda was kept in jail for 3 months before being transported to a temporary rehab center in Claremont, California, but ultimately received most of her care at Desert Hope Treatment Facility in Las Vegas. Her first treatment update with Aura is posted at the end of October 2020.
Wow.
Fans were happy to see her being coherent and somewhat mentally sound. Also in rehab, there was volleyball, karaoke, bingo nights, a smoking pit, and daily group therapy. 7 months after the first update video, another would be posted showing further recovery. A smiling, clear-headed Amanda was present and excited about her new, healthier mindset, despite her clearly unhealthy amount of weight gain. She also mentions that the medication she's been taking is helping her with cravings and schizophrenia. At this point, we're not really sure what Aura is doing that a normal rehab...
So basically, any crackhead would tell you, or anybody that's ever been addicted to drugs would tell you that, like, once you become sober, you need another, like, addiction. So your addiction becomes food or coffee. Because you could drink coffee, you know what I mean? Caffeine, you know what I mean? Or like sodas, those become your new addictions, you know what I mean? That's why, you know, he put that in, you know, obviously she can't control her cravings now, you know what I mean? Because that's her new addiction. So, you know, the amount of weight she's gaining is, you know, that's because that's her new addiction. Her new addiction is food, you know? Just, you know, obviously we don't see food as a bad addiction like crack, because crack kills you real quick, but that's another addiction. Food is, you know, as bad as crack, to be honest.
Rehab couldn't do, so people have been asking, like, what is this cutting edge
But that's most
technology
crackers
that
will tell
Aura
you that.
uses?
What the fuck? Oh!
But hey, it's way better that she looks way healthier.
Lima posted this strange video on the Meet Aura Instagram, where Amanda seems very distressed. We think this is the Aura facility, but if they're studying her and using cutting-edge technology, why are people filming her and laughing? She's wearing a VR headset in a room that looks like a Twitch streamer's room, with people laughing at her behind the camera. The video then cuts to Amanda's view from inside of the VR headset, where she can be seen in a virtual recreation of Skid Row, with a massive billboard depicting an advertisement for Aura.
How fucked up is that? How fucked up is that? How fucked up is that? How's that rehab? What? You gonna put me back in the shitty place that I was in? Virtually? Kind of fucked up as shit is that? The fuck is that? How fucked up is that? Ah, damn, bro, that is so fucked.
Board with a picture of Bam Margera and his wife. They claim this is exposure therapy that allows people to face their demons through VR. If that's the case, why the laughter? Why are they running ads in a therapy session? After seeing that post, I began to think about who Lima really is. Why does this video come off so disingenuous? And what makes her even qualified to be doing this therapy? Lima graduated Carleton University and University of Guelph, getting a bachelor's degree in political science. But Lima didn't enter the world of politics. She took a big interest in VR tech and the future of it. She started a blog spot called Moof Monster Tech, where current events in the worlds of tech, where she posted about current events and breakthroughs in technology. But it failed because it has to be one of the worst names a company could ever have. Imagine saying to one of your friends, Did you see what was written in Move Monster today?
Yeah,
Her second company she founded was The Last Star, mission of cutting down the incarceration rate within North America. But only one website describes it that way. Any other mentions of her first company are almost word for word the exact same ambiguous characteristics as her current company, Aura. A keynote to make about Aura is that no one, not even Lima, seems to accurately describe what they actually do in detail. In interviews, their website, social media, it is described in vague wording, copy-paste messages and buzzwords. If we go to the website and look at the products, a drop down for how Aura works is shown. Clicking this brings us to a page that describes a vague app that is used to monitor patients, and when you click on the Learn More tab at the bottom, a new page is displayed, a template page that has example messages across the entire thing. This is where you land if you want to learn more about Aura. They didn't even finish the website or bother to delete all this filler text. They even have a step-by-step process on how you can get someone into a conservatorship, all with details coming soon. Some people think it's not that deep, it's just an unfinished website. But for someone claiming to have proprietary intellectual property, running experimental VR technology therapy on mentally ill patients, most people thought if Amanda was their relative, they probably wouldn't want her in the care of Aura.
He's great. Lima's great.
Yeah. Lima came out of nowhere and just kind of made this all happen, didn't she?
Definitely. She made a lot of things happen.
She's a different person.
She looks evil.
Yeah,
she looks evil. She looks evil.
Because our team is really good at what we do.
I think when we first started, I was like, oh man, this could go badly.
So evil, yo.
The soft white underbelly community received the most devastating and heartbreaking news. On May 9th, 2021, Amanda was found dead in her room. She was 25 years old, and at that point,
Jan, Feb, April. You tell me she was found dead a month later from that video, and she was only 25. God damn, crack is a fucked up drug. She looks like she probably 40 up in this bitch. I forgot she was young.
Only 8.5 months sober. May she rest in peace. She proved everybody wrong. She'll be remembered for her strength. The community was absolutely floored by this news.
Just die?
They made peace. She passed with her dignity, with strength, clear, coherent, and sober. Lima and Larry were the ones that broke the news to the community.
The treatment center staff walked into Amanda's room thinking that she was just peacefully sleeping and realized that she had passed away. Well, I know that they did a toxicology report. All she had in her system was Tylenol.
She simply passed in her sleep. Now, there was a toxicology report, but no autopsy at this time. So Lima tried her best to explain how it is possible that Amanda passed away naturally. Brain trauma from obvious mental issues, and even brutal beatings on the streets. Her going from severely underweight to very overweight in a short period of time. A long history of drug use was enough to deteriorate someone even if they are sober. It's not out of the question. When someone does that much damage to their body and brain, any day could be their last.
So when I met Lima, it was just a change in my life.
The community didn't hear much about Amanda until Lima posted a video 4 months later of her giving a touching speech at Amanda's funeral. But it was when the autopsy report came in 7 months later, in this video, where people started to raise suspicion.
Marked it as a seizure disorder. If they had gone the route of doing post-traumatic epilepsy, if the traumatic brain injury and the assaults were well documented.
Firstly, Amanda never had seizures and died of a seizure. Secondly, this video talks about Amanda's autopsy for exactly 1 minute and 49 seconds. Then the rest of the 17 minutes, Lima talks about how to solve homelessness, how California spends $16 billion per year to keep homeless people on the streets, how Aura has a plan to solve homelessness for cheap, how Aura has a supplement that you can buy, and how Amanda's treatment was so effective and essentially proof of how they can successfully solve this much bigger problem. The video is nothing short of an advertisement for Aura. People started to think that Amanda was just one big experiment for Lima's company. One of those people that was curious was BJ Investigates, or That Surprise Witness. They're the same person. who I must thank for the hard work that she's doing. She's a lawyer and YouTuber who dives deep into court documents and other legal documents to fact-check what is being released to the public, and she exposed some lies. BJ got a hold of Amanda's official autopsy report. Lima lied about Amanda's death. The term seizure disorder is mentioned nowhere. Amanda did not die of a seizure. Looking at the official documentation, it is clearly stated that the cause of death is this.
She's evil. I told y'all she's evil. She's evil.
Amanda Rabb died of cardiac arrhythmia. Hypertension, obesity, and schizophrenia were all contributing factors. Hypertension is high blood pressure, which is probably caused by obesity. Amanda was not obese before Lima's care. Also, remember when Lima said that Amanda only had Tylenol in her system at the time of death? The document shows that she was prescribed 5 different drugs nightly to help her remain in a normal state. Gabapentin, cotinine, and caffeine were found in her system, along with trace.
What's the first thing I said? A fucking recovery. What's the first thing I said? Look at that. What's the first thing I said? Caffeine, right? Caffeine's number one. Too much caffeine. Too much caffeine could kill you. Legit. Too much caffeine could kill you. It's just sad, man.
Along with trace amounts of cannabinoids and barbiturates that accompany the Tylenol. Amanda died under Lima's conservatorship. Aura's treatment and their rehabilitation technology were not successful because it was supposed to be 1 year and she was supposed to survive. Plus, for it to really be successful, Amanda would also have to remain sober and integrate back into society. She lied. There is no arguing against it. But why? The community of hundreds of thousands that were following Amanda and rooting for her, all their support, all their money that they donated to various GoFundMes, all the free promotion, followers, and advertising Lima got for her company, don't they at least deserve the whole truth? Does Mark know about this? Does he know that he broadcasted a fabricated story? Does Larry know about the real reason his daughter passed? There are a ton of different reasons why this happened, and a lot of extremely complicated things to consider, but we can speculate on 3 different theories on what exactly happened, from sad to dark to sinister. Now remember, these are theories, just theories. Lima, Larry, and Mark were actually trying to help. Larry was actually a good father. Mark genuinely believed Aura had the resources to help. Amanda didn't want to be helped, but she can't think logically due to her addictions. Plus, after beating her father with a pipe, she had no choice. Once she got a few months sober, she realized this help was necessary. She became level-headed and unfortunately passed due to all of the damage her body, brain, and psyche had taken from a lifetime of pain and trauma. Then Lima fabricated the toxicology and autopsy reports to try and simplify the reason behind her death to the viewers. After all, it was basically chance. Lima genuinely loved and cared about Amanda, and she's proud that she helped her get sober, proving that Amanda could be strong enough to fight her demons and pass with dignity. Summary: maybe Aura wasn't exactly qualified, but there was no foul play, and Amanda died of natural causes. Dark theory: Lima, Larry, and Mark were actually trying to help. At first, Larry was a good father, maybe abusive like Amanda said, but just wanted to get her help finally. Mark genuinely believed Aura had the resources to help, but he also knew that making more content about Amanda would help his channel earn more money. Amanda didn't want to be helped, but after beating her father with a pipe, she had no choice. The whole time she was getting sober, she hated it, and was just going through the motions. She was not ready to accept that she needed to get sober. She passed due to all the damage her body, brain, and psyche had taken, plus all the other drugs that were in her system and becoming obese during rehab. Then Lima fabricated the toxicology and autopsy reports to try and protect her reputation. Lima genuinely loved and cared about Amanda and is proud that she helped her get sober, proving that she could be strong enough to fight her demons and pass with dignity. But she lied about the autopsy and tried to just talk about the future of Aura and fixing the homelessness crisis because she didn't want the viewers to turn on her. Summary: Aura wasn't qualified, and when things went wrong, she tried to protect her career. Sinister theory: nobody cared about Amanda truly. Larry was an abusive father who was living on Skid Row, so he didn't really feel bad for Amanda because he was poor too. Mark just wanted to make more content. Amanda didn't want to be helped, and they lied about the pipe story to get her in jail. Lima saw this as an opportunity to run a risky and dangerous rehabilitation experiment on her. She knew the money they raised would go into her, Larry, and Mark's pockets, They billed the insurance companies in Amanda's name and took all the money while not giving Amanda the proper care she needed. The whole time Amanda was getting sober, she hated it. They knew they could get away with any version of the story they wanted to because nobody would believe Amanda due to her addiction. She passed due to all the other drugs that were in her system, becoming obese during rehab and neglect since she was merely an experiment. Then Lima lied about the toxicology and autopsy reports to try to protect her reputation and because she didn't think anyone would care enough to look deeper. And now she has enough data and proof that her methods work to lock others into the same predatory conservatorships. The summary: Aura wasn't qualified. Nobody really cared about Amanda since she was a burden to all of them. They milked all the money from the situation they could, and Amanda was nothing but a lab rat for Lima's company. You can let me know what you think.